Welcome back to That Pony Show, the show where we sit around and talk about ponies and do the review thing. New episode just came out this week, so we're going to talk about it.
Really?
What?
Really? An episode came out?
I had no idea.
Exactly.
It's not a review.
It's not a review, okay, guys? Anyway,
What the hell is an episode?
My name is Mumfie Thunderbirds. I am joined today by...
Commander Sparkle.
Medi Bobo.
Smooth sailing.
And Soren wants pie.
Oh my god, Soren, you're just like... I'm sorry, could you say that?
I didn't
Wait,
quite
hold
catch
on.
that.
Is this better?
Oh god, no, please, no.
Hey, can you hear me, guys?
I'm sorry, just gotta talk about this
Swear
review.
to
I was
Okay.
Hey guys, I
Okay,
didn't know
so
what we were
it's
talking
the
about.
name is
Okay, so...
clipping the audio.
Let's talk about
Soren
this week's episode.
wants
So,
pie
Make me
and
cry.
seafood.
right off the bat, I want to say I hated this episode.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was the worst ever of all time. It was the worst episode ever of all time. It was the worst.
I liked this episode a lot.
No, honestly, I thought it was the worst episode so far of the
Thank
season.
you.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't think it was
I
the
hated
worst
this episode.
but I still
Wow.
just have not found an episode that I liked in this season.
Soren, you
I
need to
like
go
all
back
of
and
them.
watch episode
Okay,
4. I swear
when
you
I
will
watch
love
episode 4, I will probably like it quite a bit.
Okay, I really like this episode, honestly.
Okay,
What?
tell
It's
us why.
my second favorite this season so far.
Okay, Medi, tell me why you liked this episode.
Because this was a great episode for Rainbow Dash. Because, yes, she was acting selfish, but she was acting selfish for a thing that a lot of people act selfish for. Because this was... what was the name of this episode? Isn't it Thanks for the Memories?
It's Tanks for the Memories, and I just got that this morning
It's
after looking at
shitty
it.
puns for the
Really?
shitty puns.
I was so quick to click on it, I was just like, oh, there's the episode. Yep, alright, thanks for the memories. Alright, great. Let's do this.
Man, that is like... This is almost like the symbolic of just letting something go. And I fucking loved it because it goes through all the stages of not wanting to let something go. It's like Rainbow Dash is just fucking fighting and fighting because she doesn't want to lose out.
Denying.
Yeah, she's denying that
Outrightly.
something can happen.
Yeah.
She's not even letting people use the word.
Yeah,
Almost like it's symbolic for a pet death or something.
Yeah, I
It's
thought at the end of
not
the
And then he
Yeah.
dies at
though.
the end. The end.
yeah, I thought at the end of the episode Tank was just going to be dead. I was like,
Well, you waited too long and he froze. Sorry. Go to hell.
So wait.
well, you
what-
didn't
what
let
were
him
you-
hibernate
what were
and he
you-
died. Congratulations.
That's why I
So
said
wait.
it's symbolically like one.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Commander?
Because I was just wondering, because you started to like yell something right after that, but then stopped.
Well,
I was just wondering what you were gonna yell.
It's
'cause
so dumb.
if you're gonna yell that it's not he didn't die, it's like this is a fucking children's show. Get used to it.
I know, but it's just the fact that it's like, oh, she's acting like he's going to die. But he's freaking not. Like,
Children's show.
well, then
That's
what-
gonna be
Teaching
3.
morals.
That's gonna be 3 whole months or more that she can't even see him.
Oh.
It's
and
kinda
they've
like a
been
death.
together. They've been together since friggin'
Since you've been gone.
Oh, man.
For
Oh,
less than a year, because apparently this is their first winter together.
Yeah. And how does...
I know that was one thing that confused me.
Yeah, okay, so how does she not know about hibernation?
Because
Literally,
she's
what?
Rainbow Dash.
She knows
Because
about
she's
hibernation.
Rainbow Dash.
She's a weather pony.
She knows
understands.
about hibernation. She doesn't
because
know
she was too
that
busy bringing home the
tortoises
southern
hibernate.
birds.
This is
Rainbow
The
Dash.
Pegasus job begins and clearing all the gloomy
Stop
skies to
Now,
let sunshine in.
does she know what winter is? Yes, because she works with the weather. Would she actually know if reptiles or different animals would hibernate? No, because what is her job? To bring the fucking weather.
Yeah, but also part
Bring
of that
home
team,
the southern birds.
and to bring home the southern birds, which would allude to the fact that they understand the concept of life and animals
unless
changing.
Except for
Horrified.
that
Did you know
doesn't
that
say
tortoises? Did you know that tortoises hibernate?
Yes.
I didn't.
I actually did. I called that out.
I will say that
was
I
like-
didn't.
Haha,
I had no
winter?
idea.
Oh, you know, for tortoises, you know, because they hibernate.
Wait,
And Twilight said nothing. Can I just say Twilight
Oh,
said
yeah.
nothing about
The-
that?
the person who
She's
is
an
on
idiot.
character for
unforgivable for Twilight. She should
yeah,
have known.
she should have known.
seriously. Like, this is basic stuff for even Twilight.
I'm glad Fluttershy knew what it was.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
if she
like-
wouldn't
I
have
did
known, I
like that,
literally
though.
would have just been like, if Fluttershy doesn't say something about I'm
Oh
quitting.
yeah,
I'm quitting this
that
episode.
would have made me been pissed off. Actually,
I
I'm
like
quitting
the
this
fact that
episode.
we got to retouch on the fact that it's like, yeah, Fluttershy is a nature person. Like, she's totally, like, knows what's up with
She's
animals.
one of those
Oh,
damn
it's almost
filthy hippies.
She spent her life dedicated to it, so in children's show, that means that she would be the best person to know about it. And Rainbow Dash dedicates her life to being the best at racing. Therefore, I don't know if she would know about it.
also, I like that when Rainbow Dash goes to Spike, and he's pretty much
She
like
is pretty
he's like-
racist.
well, yeah, she's being a racist pretty much. But then Spike's like, if Fluttershy says this is how it is, and it's about animals, then I can assure you that this is how it fucking is.
Excuse me.
Well, what would you know? You're a dragon.
That raises the question, though. Why doesn't Spike hibernate?
Because
he's
he's a
a
dragon.
Because his hibernation is going into 100 years of sleep, not for the sake of weather, but for the sake of just sleeping because he can, because he's a dragon, because dragons
Because-
aren't like other reptiles.
Okay, that
Because
makes more
dragons
sense.
don't fucking exist.
No, but
Hey, I can dream.
I did like how they talked about the fact that it's like so like the same family, right? And that got me thinking, Commander, what is the King's Play cards on fat green stools for dragons?
The what?
King, phylum, class, order, family,
Oh.
gene.
They don't exist.
They don't fucking exist.
Listen.
Mummified dragon. The only dragons that exist in our world are Komodo dragons.
Listen.
And
They're
guess
not
what?
dragons.
They're big
Listen.
fucking lizards.
Listen.
They're poison dragons.
They're not dragons!
They're
Listen.
toxic poison dragons.
Dragons are real. Hashtag I believe. Put a
Yeah.
hashtag I believe in the comments if you believe.
Hashtag ignoring evidence.
No.
So because
No.
they're unexistence, you can write them to do literally anything.
Yeah. Rainbow Dash was.
Guess what?
Yeah.
Turtles exist.
Also, she
Turtles
wasn't being
exist.
a racist. She was being a speciesist. Get it right.
And same
Actually, tortoise? Loser?
Oh yeah.
Tortoise exists.
Tortoise.
Like,
they
comment,
never
subscribe.
talked about that this time. It was like,
No, they said tortoise.
did they?
They just didn't, you know, be like, turtle! No, tortoise.
I feel like they would know by this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Rainbow Dash.
Probably,
Also-
because she's so connected with her pet.
Well, she is.
Yeah.
She is.
She's the most
Yeah,
connected
she
out of
actually
all
is.
of them.
That was what the first part of the episode was all about, is showing how connected she is with her
I
pet.
would argue that she is the most connected out of all of them with their pet.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like, of all the pets, I believe Tank is the one who saved her owner's life.
Are you kidding me? Spike
Thanks,
is clearly
Sakai.
more connected to Twilight than
Spike's
any
not a
other
pet.
Spike is not a
wait,
pet.
so wait,
Spike
Oh,
wait,
is
so
a-
delicious.
are you inflating that Spike
Inflating?
is a pet?
Inflating?
So
Inflating?
Spike.
Not inflate.
Insinuating.
Anyway, so
Insinuating.
mummified. Spike is
no,
so
no,
mummified. To you, Spike is just a pet.
No,
No, not at all.
Aloysius is the pet.
Oh,
It was a joke. I love Spike. I was just taking a jab.
you're taking a jab, but you're doing it wrong.
I'm
Taking a
doing it the
jab.
best way.
You're taking a fall, taking
Like-
it for the team.
Aloysius is like,
Aloysius.
yeah, that is the pet.
Also,
that
let me
is the
just
pet.
say, that is the stupidest name.
Aloysius?
I like it.
Yeah.
Aloysius?
I like it.
It's an okay name.
It's really stupid in that episode.
It's a kid's show. It's a fucking kid's show.
But the episode he was introduced in was
made it
freaking
like-
rubbish.
They could have made it like, I don't know, something that's not Aloysius.
Alright,
They
tell
could
you
have
what.
made it something not stupid.
By the-
Anyway.
By the next time we record Soren, go find a better owl name and bring it to us.
But I can't.
That's your homework.
My work
That's your
schedule
homework.
doesn't allow for me to be on these episodes anymore.
Doesn't allow.
Doesn't owl allow. Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah. But anyway, but yeah, she's the most
So-
connected.
Tank and Rainbow Dash are probably one of the closer pets to
Pet
Pony.
owner duo.
Like, I mean, like you could argue probably like Applejack and
Winona.
Or
Yeah.
But not really.
Fluttershy and Angel.
Fluttershy and Angel.
Fluttershy. Angel has done nothing but put Fluttershy in danger.
I love Angel.
She's in an abusive
That's
relationship.
untrue.
You know, well,
That's untrue,
I mean,
actually.
there haven't really been enough episodes on pet owner relationships for us to really make in
The one episode about pets we got was out of order.
yeah, to make like a hypothesis about who's the most connected. But then again, on the same note, there have only really been episodes with
About
Tank and Rainbow Dash, so she must be the most connected on that basis. Or
Yeah.
if the other ones were more important, they would make more episodes about it.
Also, I didn't like how super defensive Rainbow Dash was about the fact that it's like, no, nothing's wrong. He's just tired. He's not going to hibernate and whatnot. I'm like,
The
what
first
is...
stage of grief.
denial.
It's
Denial.
Yeah, that's
denial.
denial. This is like a perfect
No.
episode that represents grief.
Denial is a river. Come on.
No, that's the Nile.
Oh.
Come on.
I don't know why. I don't know why I wrote down premium on my notes, but it was there.
Premium.
Premium.
Actually, the good
Gotta
thing you
pay
mentioned
for the
that,
episode.
don't worry, if you guys go to the premium audible.com.
Well, she was she did the mom dad thing where they go to the dad and the dad says no, and then the child goes to the mom and the mom says no, because she was basically just running around looking for the right answer. Whenever somebody gave her a reasonable answer, she was like no. She was like, no, that's not right.
That Google is a person thing where it's like, I want to know, do vaccines cause autism? Well, I have 1,000 articles saying they don't, and one article that says they do. Perfect.
Because it's on the internet doesn't mean it's true.
Bias.
Yeah.
Also,
Commander knows what's up.
just sort of straying away from that, one thing I really liked about this episode was the fact that it did a lot to build the world, and specifically about how winter actually works.
I did like that, yeah.
With the fact that, you know, we know the Pegasi control the weather to varying degrees, but it's really interesting to see what happened in preparation for winter. Also, it's kind of weird that, like, the running of the leaves is happening, like, literally right as they're getting ready for winter, but that it was still cool to see the continuity of the fact that things are happening and stuff like that.
We need those leaves out of those trees. I just was thinking that every pony that was doing the running of the leaves is probably like, yeah, we get it, Rainbow. What the fuck do you think we're doing?
Get out of here, you micromanager.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
off.
well, I mean, like, that's just what you're supposed to do. That's like her job. Is like
Being
listen,
a micromanaging
no
jerk.
fucking
No
lollygagging.
lollies. No lollies.
No, infinite lollies.
Infinite lollies.
Infinite.
Infinite lollies for everyone.
Yay.
Ew. Anyway, I like
Yeah.
what's his ass, Fluffy Cloud.
Okay,
Yeah,
the Who's on First is
That was-
probably the best thing yet of the season.
Thank
it's like,
you.
yes.
I was like, yes,
was really
that is a reference to Who's on First. That has to be.
the
I really wish that one who had started the whole thing had just gotten really fed up, pissed off, and left
Just
at
like-
one point. Because that would have just been, okay, so where are these? I'm right here. No, the other thing. No, I'm right here. But what about this thing? No, he's over there.
So where's cloudless skies? No, you're looking for open skies. Well, where's open skies? Oh, that's open skies. Then where's cloudless skies?
He's on
I'm
First.
cloudless
looking for?
skies.
There's fluffy
What's
clouds.
that?
Clear
Then what's that?
skies, open skies, and fluffy clouds. So what's that? Clear and open skies.
Skies.
Third base.
I don't give a darn. That's the name of the episode. Also, the fact that they have to put the icicles on the buildings,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
That was
stupid.
funny.
That's
that
pretty
was
stupid.
funny but incredibly dumb. Like, wait, wow.
That was really
That's
stupid.
pretty
What?
stupid.
They have to make the birds their own bird nests.
That's pretty stupid too.
Yeah, that's because birds are
That's
lazy.
because they had to find something for Rarity to do in winter. They're like, oh, make pretty
that's
bird
true.
nests.
Yeah, go do that,
But
Rarity.
still, now that's what they do. That's like, the ponies
But
just
that's
do
so
extra shit.
That's so dumb.
Well, it's obvious. Yeah, the entire concept of them having to make winter is also kind of stupid.
But it made a good song.
Yeah!
I don't know. The
It
song...
wasn't my favorite song, but it wasn't a bad song by any means.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
talking
I
about
agree.
Winter Wrap Up, the one where they take down Winter.
Oh, I like
I
Winter
don't know.
Wrap-Ups.
Yeah.
That's
I
great.
don't-
It's overplayed
honestly,
as fuck.
I liked this song way more than Winter Wrap Up.
I don't
Yeah, I'm not
remember.
a huge fan of Winter Wrap Up myself.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I always forget how the songs go, like, right after I watch the episode, so I don't even...
Yeah,
It's
I-
all a blur for me.
I don't remember this one, but it was cool. And
this
I liked
one,
it because it was
oh,
Ashley Ball and she sings
yeah.
very well.
Yeah, I
I was
have
watching-
to say, she's really good at singing, and I do like her singing
She
voice
is,
probably
yeah.
the best.
Yes.
I was watching Dr. Wolf, and he pointed out that this song sounds a lot like something that would be in like Rainbow Rocks almost, which I could definitely see that.
Don't you know? Rainbow does rock.
It's true. Which I mean, I feel like that fits with the fact that it's Rainbow's first solo song.
No, Rarity works
Oh
with
my
rocks.
goodness, it
Come on,
is.
guys.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Can I say though, like one of my favorite parts of this episode was probably the final part, where there was no like the sappy, nice cry where everyone is crying and feeling sad, but they
Whoa.
all look fine. She was fucking bawling.
Oh,
She looked.
She was Ashley bawling.
That's terrible. that was my least favorite part of this whole episode.
That was the
I
best part of the
hated
episode.
It's because
the fuck is wrong with
made
you?
Rarity look like a jerk. She was like, "Oh, Fluttershy's crying. Screw Rainbow Dash."
That was pretty funny. Like, oh, I'm crying because Fluttershy is crying because Rainbow Dash is crying.
They're like, "Screw Rainbow Dash.
But
Nobody
only
likes that
because
bitch."
Fluttershy is crying, not
the-
because Rainbow Dash is crying.
Yeah.
But there are so many like really like,
And then there was
interesting things that come out of that part. Though.
That
like,
great Applejack joke.
She's like,
She
well,
only
think
cries
about,
on
like,
the
Twilight.
inside.
Yeah, Twilight. Applejack cries on the inside. It's true.
It's true.
Which, for me, came off as, yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, that's great. I love it. Anyway,
I'm fine.
That's what I do. I'm not... that I liked because it more looks like she just didn't care. Because what happened in that scene? Rainbow Dash started crying because her pet has to go hibernate, and then all of a sudden it's
man,
Fluttershy.
hibernation-
No, Fluttershy sits on the table after sits on the bed after just telling her, "Hey, you need to accept this fact." And then she starts crying, and then she's like, "Well, she's crying. Oh, I guess I'm going to sit on the bed, and now I'm crying." Why? Why is that like?
Because she's
But that
connecting
seems-
with
that
her
seems
friend.
That's exactly what Fluttershy would do in that situation, though.
Fluttershy gives her the cold, hard fucking truth, and then has Rainbow Dash have a reaction to it, and then Rainbow Dash isn't dealing with it well, so Fluttershy actually has to comfort her now.
She comforts her, and then it's just like, well, I guess my comforting didn't work. Oh God, it's starting to affect me. Like,
No, the comforting was her crying with her.
Yeah, the telling Rainbow Dash this is how it is was the you need to understand this is reality. It is hard, and you are going to have to deal with this. And the crying symbolizes the fact that she's going to be she's there as a friend, showing compassion, but. The fact that Fluttershy was pretty much like, this is how it is just like giving Rainbow Dash that push to be able to deal with what reality is.
it's hard.
It's almost like how you should almost treat someone going through some form of grief.
And
You
this
gotta
has
be
been
straight with them.
Psychoanalysis.
Yeah, you can't be gay with them.
You gotta
Join
be
us
straight.
next week when we go over the id, the ego, and the superego.
And how everything is a penis!
thank you.
You want to stick your dick in your Masha?
Fuck, I remember his name now. Anyway, no, but we also completely glossed over the Weather Factory bit. Which, well, real quick, I love that little picture that was in the locker.
Yes.
That was too fucking perfect. I'm like, what even is
so
that?
derped out.
I didn't
Derp
see
the
what it
fuck out.
was.
Also, the music, like that little like sneaking Mission Impossible kind of sounding stuff. I don't know why, but it really reminded me of like the Rainbow Factory song. Do
Ugh.
do 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 do
Ugh.
do do do.
I definitely wasn't thinking that. All I was thinking is that,
Yeah.
Rainbow Dash, what are you disguising yourself for? You have fucking rainbow hair.
Yeah,
Unless you hide
everyone
your-
knows who the fuck you are.
You're an element of magic. No,
Harmony.
wait.
It's like, even though, like, that doesn't matter. Like, being an element of harmony hasn't mattered in ever.
Literally
Yeah,
no
it's
fucks
true.
given. It's like, oh, you beat
They are
Discord.
the heroes
I did that
without
last
being
Tuesday.
heroes.
Also, isn't this how ponies
Yeah,
go to
and
jail?
then- and
like,
then-
breaking into things, breaking shit. Like, what?
So basically,
I don't know why the hell ponies sneak anymore, because they should just figure out at some point, every single time they're sneaking, they're doing something that is morally wrong.
Like-
Every single
Like
time.
when Rainbow Dash. Like Rainbow Dash earlier in the series, where she wanted to sneak in and steal a book.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Because she didn't realize, she didn't want to admit to anyone that she was a nerd.
Yeah, like a stinking nerd.
Also, I'm quickly realizing these things as I have the thing running in the background of what I noticed before. But why did she tie him to a lamp other than the railing next to the steps?
Because she's stupid.
Because she's
Plot
like
Convenience.
Plot convenience.
yeah. Oh man.
This whole episode is nothing but that. Let's write a
Are you
grieving-
kidding me?
let's write a
That's
grieving
that's the
episode.
entire. It's a children's show, you
That's what I
fucking
was about
idiot!
to say, man.
Oh my god.
Children, show!
I mean,
Anyway.
logically,
Of course
if it
they're
had
not
been
gonna-
someone
So-
like Twilight. If it had been someone
would've-
like Twilight who was tying
She
the
wouldn't
thing,
have taken
yes,
the
she
fucking
would have
turtle.
probably.
Yeah, Twilight would have known better.
So, you see...
Rainbow Dash isn't known for her wit or intelligence. She's known for being
Also,
cool.
Rainbow
and
Dash
fast.
is in a panic. She is in a panic trying to figure out a way to stop Winter. You think she's gonna start thinking rationally?
Also, her going through those pipes really reminded me of Augustus Gloop from Willy Wonka.
Ye-
Going up the chocolate tube.
Yeah.
That's what that
The
reminded me of.
chocolate tube, that sounds really bad.
Also,
Go
I
on.
also
The,
I like the fact that they God damn it.
did you lose it or what?
No, we just both started talking at the exact same time and stopping at the same time. The exact same
Well,
time.
then, I'll you compose your thoughts on that one. But
I don't-
I fucking
I do compose my
hate
thoughts.
the line, brace yourself, ponies, winter is coming. Because it's one of these half
was dumb.
little lines. I'm like, are you trying to allude to something? Because if you are, fuck you.
Oh, do you...
Fuck you for including stuff from popular media and a thing that people who understand popular media watch.
No, it was just not funny.
Yeah, it wasn't funny. It's like,
But it
okay,
was a
if you're
pop
trying to
culture
include
reference,
something
and
from
they're
pop
trying
culture,
to-
you're
phrased
trying
and-
to include an HBO show.
It's a
they're-
pop culture reference, but can be looked at later in the future. It's not like a.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
They're throwing pandas
not
at
like
us.
It's not like some other pop culture references which are specifically naming something or specifically dating something. She says, "Watch out, ponies, winter is coming," as a joke because both winter is about to instantly hit because when it does hit, it fucking nuclear winters the shit out of Equestria.
Which also is kind of funny.
Instant winter. Winter is instantly coming. Also a reference to Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
So
which
it's-
I don't get it because that's the biggest problem with this is the fact that okay, you might be referencing something else, which referencing something is technically okay, but if you're referencing something that is an HBO show that is like meant for adults,
They referenced The Big Lebowski!
okay, well that is true. That's something.
And also, what is the main demographic for My Little Pony Friendship is Magic Mummified?
Old
tiny girls.
neckbeards.
Faggots!
Little tiny girls.
Faggots like us!
Filthy
Little tiny girls?
neckbeard.
Fucking bronies. Males.
No. The demographic
Is little
for My
tiny
Little
girls.
Pony, the targeted demographic, is little girls.
Yeah, they're just doing it for convenience sake.
It's a
And
kid's
guess what
show.
little girls are... Yes, it's a kid's show.
It's
and guess
almost like
what
it's a
little
dream
girls
or
aren't going to
something.
pick up?
It's a family show!
It's almost like it's a
It's a
dream
fa-
or something.
Man, it's like little kids aren't going to notice that it's a Game of Thrones reference, and they're going to be like, oh, winter's coming. And then
Well, then if
people
they're
who
not
do get it are
noticing
going to be
it-
like...
It-
But people who do get it are going to be like, oh, winter is coming. It's okay that they did it.
The line was also terribly delivered.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
not a line that...
I'll agree that the
Thanks.
delivery
It's not
was
something
poor,
that
but
anything... It was not a thing that Twilight would have said, and everyone who would have just looked at her and been like,
Yeah.
what the hell was that? Excuse me?
Great.
Can you say that again? No, I mean...
They all look and they're like, yes,
It
Twilight, we
is-
watched that show too.
Great. We
Turns
all
out-
agree with Malphite on something. Moving on to the next
Ponies
point.
get HBO.
I liked the little tiny Rainbow
of
Dash
Slippers.
footies that Tank was wearing and the tank slippers that Rainbow Dash was wearing.
Yeah.
Like, that level of connection, I can understand because she's kind of vain about that, and by proxy, her pet, it would be also cool in her eyes, so...
Or
like,
maybe it's just the fact that she loves her pets so much.
Or maybe it's also a level of grieving.
that has nothing... no-
Maybe it's Maybelline.
And, like, you were talking about, how, like, why is it Rainbow Dash is freaking out this much? Well, it's shown through the entire episode how much she loves her pet. And she has never had the experience being away from him. She could always see him when she went back.
What is she, 2?
Basically.
we forgot the whole the Grinch thing where she was like, I know, I'll just stop winter.
And then
Yeah.
the fucking Grinch face.
I did
The
not
And then
catch
faces
she
that.
got
this
an
season.
idea. An awful idea. Rainbow Dash got a wonderfully awful idea.
I didn't catch that until everybody started blowing up about it. It was just like,
It was,
that face
it
was there?
way too obvious.
She puzzled.
And there
her-
was also the not mad face.
I'm not mad!
Again, faces were awesome.
She puzzled and puzzled till her puzzler was
Yeah,
sore.
it's almost like Rainbow Dash is the most emotional and most expressive character in the show.
Yeah.
Honestly, she was really freaking cute this episode.
I really like Rainbow Dash a lot.
She's
actually.
grown as a character.
Yeah, it's like she is like one of the characters where you see the growth more like you see her growth easier because of how people interpreted her back in the day,
A
where she was just like,
douche?
"Oh, we hate." Yeah, well, I mean, like she was a
She
douche,
was?
but she was douchey, but she was douchey for the reason that she saw right because she wanted to be a specific thing. She wants to be the fastest flyer in Equestria.
She wants to
That
be
means everything
the
else takes a
best.
backseat to what I want to do because I am a determined person, and it comes off
And
as
a
douchey.
bitch.
It comes
Because
out of
it's
as
incredibly self-centered.
it is very self-centered, but she doesn't care that it's self-centered because that's what she wants to do.
And now she's getting the center away from herself, at least a little bit more.
Then put on
Finally.
her pet.
She's honestly
No.
quite very vain still. However, she's trying to make the world more
She-
about other people as well.
She is so vain, she probably thinks that this song is about her.
Oh my god, stop it.
Mummified, weren't you just yelling at us about fucking references?
No, I can make it because nobody gives a fuck about a stupid podcast where people
Except
talk
for you're
about
dating our podcast now, Mummified. Man, our entertainment has gone down the hill.
Wait, was that a reference?
You
Get
know,
out of the episode.
dating our podcast. Okay, that song is from way
Dude,
before
you're
then.
not allowed to have sexual relations with this podcast.
Way
How dare you.
before then.
This came out of my hard work. How dare you say such things
You
about
didn't
my
Even
podcast?
take it out to dinner yet.
Anyway, this is probably after they start crying and they all get over it. The rest of this episode
And
was
they all
pretty
get
much
over
alright.
it.
I was like, okay, now I'm okay with this
The
episode.
episode was alright.
No,
The
Yeah,
episode was
exactly.
fucking
The
great.
episode
It was
was
all
dumb.
right at best.
This episode was
No,
fucking
that's
great.
not the point that I'm making, Soren.
That's the point
Maybe
I'm
not
making
freaking-
because I didn't like
Okay,
it.
okay. How about this? We have
It was
a
good.
marriage
It was
of
good.
freaking. How about yeah, a marriage of it was okay or bad and absolutely amazing, and we come out with it was okay.
it was
Yeah.
Pretty good.
okay. It was
it was
a
alright.
good thing for an episode, but not an enjoyable episode that I would go back to.
I'm sorry
if
that
I-
you have
oh,
shit
Man,
taste.
it's almost like this episode was meant to show some sort of emotional side, and it made some people uncomfortable, and they didn't like it.
No, it's not the fact that they were showing
That's not
emotion.
it.
It was the fact that she was being so dumb about it.
Yes, that's what happens when you're suffering from grief.
It's also what happens when you're Rainbow Dash.
Yeah, when you're just dumb.
So this episode was basically perfect.
Oh, also, Pinky
No,
starts.
the most human. The most
This was a
human
very-
and realistic
This
of
is-
all of the
this is true.
episodes we've had ever in the show so far. Besides
Yes.
the fact of the weather.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
we
well,
saw Rainbow Dash depressed as fuck. Like,
Fucking like
lit-
I said,
literal depression.
no nice crying. This was fucking bawling.
Oh, yeah.
Like you see in a lot of things where a character wants to cry and it's like a single tear, or they're like they have the streams going down, but they still look
She
nice.
was bawling her eyes out.
She looked
Over.
ugly crying, which is what you should look crying.
Oh,
Are you kidding me?
Depending
I
on
look
the-
beautiful
depending on the
crying.
emotion.
I look fucking fabulous.
Depending on the emotion. But in this case, yes.
Pinky, when they're about ready to let Tank sleep for the winter, makes a line where she's like, "Oh, I can make this party or this party or it's about time party," and I'm like, "It's about time" was an episode you were in, Pinky. Are you doing a thing here?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the
I highly
thing.
doubt it, but you know,
I
whatever.
highly doubt it, but it was still a nice thing that I could be
I
like.
think it was a
And then
thing.
another sweet little moment at the very end is Rainbow Dash staying behind with her pet. Someone
like
she
that.
values a little bit more than herself because she's staying behind in a cold weather, and she's going to read a book to
cold
someone who's
weather.
probably not even going to hear her.
While sitting on the snow, and by the way, bare ass on the sno is not a comfortable experience. I will tell you that right now.
Unless she
A lot of
doesn't
things-
actually feel it because she has a coat.
Yeah.
No, she's not.
But
She's
it's-
just wearing a scarf and hooves and little booties.
Yes. a
Coat of fur. Also, I just want to mention that Pinkie Pie walking through Rainbow Dash's wall was amazing.
Yeah. And when they were in her house, I was like, how the fuck did they... Oh, wait. No, there's a spell that she can do. Never mind.
Yeah.
But how
I'm
can
surprised
Pinkie walk
that you
through?
can go through walls that way, though.
Pinky don't give a fuck. Also...
No one else can. Only Pinky can.
Yeah,
No, they're
I
all
feel
being
like
polite.
Every
I
time
feel
they
like
were,
Pinkie's the only one who would.
Yeah.
every time Pinky's off screen,
Twilight
she's
then
actually
goes home and continues drinking.
Yes. Confound those ponies.
while whenever Pinkie Pie's off screen, she's actually just falling through the ground and bouncing off a giant trampoline and coming back up.
Want to see me fall to the center of the earth? Want to see me do it again?
Want to see me under that rock and back?
Also, Tank hibernating when the snow is on the ground would be incredibly hard to do because then the ground would be all frozen over and whatnot. It'd be impossible for him to do anything
Except for the
that...
fact that the snow is instantly there, so the ground doesn't have time to freeze over.
Well, there's snow falling.
It was there for
Except
a
for
solid
this is
10 minutes.
not snow. This was not snow falling. This is snow after a gigantic explosion.
There was some
Yeah.
snowfall, but it takes a little bit of
A
time.
nuclear
for that to
winter.
Yeah.
You know, the ending result of this episode was not satisfying enough. I believe they should have had Rainbow Dash in hoof cuffs for being an environmental terrorist.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
she
what I'm saying.
She did go from Rainbow Dash, the element of harmony and the savior of the city, to Rainbow Dash, the environmental terrorist.
Yeah.
She's like,
She also
You know how it is.
explicitly knew that what she was doing was very wrong.
Yeah. She acknowledges the fact that, yes, she is breaking things.
she's going to great lengths for her friend.
Yeah.
Yes, going to great
Grief.
lengths. Almost showing that, like, she cares about something more than herself. Like, she's grown or something.
I want,
Or the health of every single other person on the freaking planet.
Yeah, it's-
especially
I never
in this
said-
town.
it's
though.
the whole concept.
I never said-
It was selfish.
It's the whole
was
concept
selfish.
of kill one to save 1,000 or whatever. So yeah,
No, it's the kill 1,000 to save one.
Yeah.
Yes,
that-
and
Yeah,
when you're in
that's what I
grief,
meant.
like, when you're going through grief, you really don't care about anyone else.
It's true.
Because it's an overpowering feeling. So yeah, what Rainbow Dash was doing was dumb and selfish, and a rational pony would have realized it. But guess what? Rainbow Dash isn't rational, and neither is being in grief a rational feeling.
And Tank really wasn't dying, so...
but he was leaving for 3
so
months.
it's almost like this is the closest we can get to that in a children's television show.
It's almost like it was a dream or something.
Yeah,
It's almost like you're a fag.
it's almost like
No,
Is this the
everything
real
is
life?
obviously a dream. This is
Is
what
this
happens
just
when Twilight
fantasy?
hit her head in the first episode of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic.
Yes.
The My Little Pony Friendship is Magic coma theory. Can we write that?
No, but there was that coma theory
yeah,
for
she's
Daring Do episode.
she's
that I'm
still a
super
nerd
down
and
for.
has no friends.
Yep.
She wakes up and then they start Equestria Girls 3. This is all actually happening to that Twilight from Equestria Girls 2.
At the
It's
very
all
end.
her fucking fan fiction she's been writing.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Ooh, spoiler alert.
So, anyway, I hated this episode. I didn't like it, but that doesn't mean you should stop liking it, so...
He is
It was-
shit-faced
No
anyway,
one else
so it's
here
okay.
hated the episode.
It was good.
Mummified is a loser and has poor opinions.
It was
I just-
good, but this is worrying
comment,
me
subscribe.
because
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe.
like, comment, subscribe with the tag #dragons are real.
No, don't like
Hashtag
comments.
ignoring evidence.
Yeah, don't.
Hashtag
comment,
being a
subscribe.
faggot
It's worse.
because dragons are cool.
They're
Hashtag
cool,
space.
but not fucking real.
Hashtag spirit science.
Bitch,
Hashtag
no,
get
stop.
out.
That I'll believe.
So
Get
the one thing with this episode that I'm kind of worried about is I realized it was a really good episode and that I should have liked it a lot, but I really didn't. So I feel like I'm becoming cynical towards the show, and that worries me. But I'm gonna write out season 5 and see how it works.
Yeah.
I loved this episode a lot.
I thought it was
actually.
good. I didn't It wasn't like the feeling I've ever felt with any of the previous episodes, though, so I'm a little worried, but we'll see how it pans out.
I just like
Don't worry,
puns.
Soren. I felt the exact same way about this one, and trust me, we've felt exactly the same about all of the episodes in Season 5 so far. Watch Episode 4.
Okay. I will do
Nice.
that.
So,
Game of Pones.
game. Oh,
Stop.
no, I am not down for that. But anyway, any last thoughts? Anybody?
They should make... I've got a thought. If they're going to do pop culture references, why don't they do Breaking
No.
Bad, and they'll have Rainbow Dash start
Oh
a
my
meth...
God.
They'll have Rainbow Dash start a meth lab. No, they would have Twilight start a meth lab, because she's the one who's smart enough to do it.
You talking to Rainbow Dash, bitch?
or like Pinky goes to knock on the door and Rainbow Dash is like, no, I'm the one who knocks.
Anyway,
Fuck
so
all of
since
these.
nobody else has anything left to do,
Better call
has been-
Spike!
this
You gotta better call Spike!
God damn it. This has been That Pony Show. My name is MoFi Thunderbirds. I've been joined by...
Commander Sparkle.
Medi Bobo.
Smooth sailing.
And Soren Wants Pie, the advocate for DragonsAreReal.com.
No! We'll see you next time. Bye.